Hello, this is Scholar Strive doing some math today on Algebra 1. We graph using the slope-intercept form. So we graph using tables, we graph using x-intercepts. Now we're going to use the slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form is this equation here, y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope, so the slope that we found out last time, and b is the y-intercept. And that was from 2 lessons ago. Slope-intercept form is when you solve for y or get y alone. Parallel lines are lines that never cross each other. So here's a line here. Here's a line here. They go on forever and ever, but they have the same slope, so they never touch, never intersect. Okay, so once again we're looking at the formula y equals, let's use some colors, y equals red for m, mx plus, I guess, b for green. Okay. So, part A, identify the slope and y-intercept. Okay, so we have y equals x plus 3. So when we have no number there, it's not 0. Because if we plug in 0, y equals 0 times x. 0 times x is 0. So that would just be gone. So if x wasn't there, then our slope would be 0. So our slope, in this case, is 1 times x, so m in this case is 1, and then our y-intercept, where it crosses the y-axis, is 3. Okay, so let's look at part B. So this is not in slope-intercept form. Not in slope-intercept form. So we're going to change it by solving for y. Okay. To get y by itself, I need to get rid of this negative 2x. A negative 2x can be added to both sides. So I'll have y equals 2x plus 5. Okay. Now we can identify our slope and y-intercept. Slope is 2, the number in front of x. And then our y-intercept is positive 5. Alright, let's do some more. Once again, we need to solve for y. So I'm going to get rid of this positive 4x by subtracting it. Negative 4x plus 8. Okay. And now I'm going to divide everything by negative 2. So I have y equals negative 4x divided by negative 2 is positive 2x. And then 8 divided by negative 2 is minus 4. So I solved for y, but the question wants me to find my slope, which is 2, and my y-intercept, which is negative 4. Alright. So part B, for y, to get y by itself, I'm multiplying by 4, so I'm going to divide everything by 4. So I'm going to get y equals 3 divided by 4 x plus 16 divided by 4, which is 4. So notice what I did there. I kept everything as a fraction. And it's very important because our slope is rise over run. So we can leave it as a fraction. It's easier if we leave it in a fraction. And then our y-intercept is positive 4. Okay, graph the equation. So the first thing you want to do is get y alone. So I'm going to subtract 4x from both sides, and I'll get y equals negative 4x plus 2. So graph the y-intercept. So remember, y-intercept is b equals 2. That's the same thing as 0, 2. So I'm going to go ahead and go up 2 and make a dot. Okay. So now the slope. Our slope is negative 4. So remember, our slope is rise over run. Okay. In this case, it is down 4. And then if we put this over, make it a fraction, that's just negative 4 divided by 1. So down 4 over, or right 1. So from this dot we made, we're going to go down 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And right 1, and then make a dot. Okay, so once again, let me do this different color so you can see. So I went down 4, and then right 1. Okay, and then we're going to go, and then we're going to draw our line. And don't forget the arrowheads. Okay, when you're graphing, you don't need to show that, the green or the red. You just need the black there. Okay, let's do another one. Graph the equation, blah, 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 blah. So, I'm going to get y alone. So get y alone. So I'm going to add 1/2 x to both sides. So I'll get y equals 1/2 x plus 1. Okay, my slope. Let's look at my y-intercept first. My y-intercept is 1, so 0, 1. And then our slope is 1/2. So that means up 1 over 2. So I'm going to go up 1 over 2 and then make a point. Up 1 over 2 if we want to keep going. And then draw our line. Okay. Need at least 3 points. At least we like to see 3 points at least. Okay, determine which of the lines are parallel. So parallel means if you keep extending these lines, that they do not intersect. Okay, so we already have a good guess that it's line A and B, but we need to be sure. So we need to check their slope. Okay, they give us 2 points for each line. So let's look at line B. Slope, remember, is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So here, this point is 1, 2, comma 4. And then this point is negative 4, comma negative 2. Okay, and then y2 minus y1, so I'm going to have negative 2 minus 4 over negative 4, minus 2. So that's a little confusing, but what I did was, this was my x2, y2, and this is my x1, y1. And that'll give me negative 6 over negative 6, which is 1. Okay. It has a slope of 1. Okay, now we're going to look at line A. Let's use a different color. So line A, so here we got 1, 2, 3, 4, comma 3. And then here is negative 2, comma 1, 2, 3. Negative 3. Okay. So I'm going to make this my x2, y2. So negative 3 minus 3 over negative 2 minus 4, which is again negative 6 over negative 6, which is positive 1. So line A and line B are parallel. Now we know line C is going to eventually cross both line A and line B at one point. But if you wanted to prove it, you would need to find the coordinates of these two and find the slope. And when you do, the slope of line C would be 7 over 9, which does not match. So once again, the answer is line A and line B. Okay, checkpoint 3. It'll give us a picture this time. It'll give us coordinates. So I'm going to go ahead, x1, y1, x2, y2, and I'm not going to change order for the other problems. So this is 2 minus 5 over negative 2 minus 2, which is negative 3 over negative 4, which is positive 3 over 4. Here we have negative 4 minus 1 over negative 3 minus 4, negative 5 over negative 7, which is positive 5 over 7. And then lastly, 0 minus 2, there are 3, over negative 2 minus 2, which is negative 3 over negative 4, which becomes positive 3/4. So that one matches with that one. line A and line C are parallel. They do not cross. And that is all for today.